Oh, and our project Tin Machine is quite on its way while I am busy here with my activities in Cleveland. A quite subversive, sloppy punk band of a garage nature. And my intent is to employ postmodern theory of language to target Margaret and subvert Horton. For sabotage to quite sort of, hopefully, turn him into a total lunatic. Because if you were to take these sort of cliches and rearrange the lines, for example, if you were to take lines from Proverbs from Benjamin Franklin's Almanac thusly, if a bird in the hand were worth two in the bush, and an apple a day saves a stitch of time, then a penny saved keeps the doctor away. So, as a sample, I've composed lyrics based upon a chorus which begins, "Hello, Mr. Egg," from the association of how Kurt Cecil does quite go. It does laugh as such, as he ridicules Horton rudely as one of our agents planted at his high school in our intense efforts to impose sort of psychological complexes to his adolescence. Because Kurt Cecil, as you do know, is a rather obsessed fanatic of mine and Peter Gabriel's, and as he is gullibly involved with Peter Gabriel's initiatives with the student union at Kent University. And we hope Horton will subconsciously associate this when we believe he'll be charmed by its recorded sounds. And this is in union with Her Majesty the Queen's most sensual and personal pleasure and interest, according to the divination assignment mainly.
Hi, I'm Arsenio Hall, local Clevelander talk show host, and I'll be promoting Tin Machine on my talk show live in New York. David Bowie, my boy's been hanging out with my gangsters that are plotting on Horton. And my homie, Mr. Alloy, was his math teacher. Because Horton was trying to take advanced math in his senior year, but he was screwing Horton up, making up lessons that there were trig dances. So she's a super freak. When all his teachers were grading him on a different curve, making him have bad grades, and then he flunked him. And then there's a funny story about how one day Dave McGlovick was making him poop his pants when Mr. Alloy wouldn't give him a hall pass. This is so crazy to be involved with, because we got my boy Dave Villafane, Trent's buddy, works with him on his job, got a job with him at Bob Evans Farms restaurant, and he's in the Puerto Rican gang with him, and Horton don't even know it. That's right, he keeping tabs. And then we got my boy David Rodriguez from the Lorraine Puerto Rican gang. He in the same class as Horton's sister Kathy. David Rodriguez, he tapped his sister Kathy, asking her out for homecoming. Got her on a mind control program that Horton been molesting her when he was 18. She has said she's never gonna quit with Vincent Bugliosi. When she really, Susan Atkinson's clothes been conceived by in utero injection, ain't even his little sister. Amongst all these clothes, Susan Atkinson's in a plot taken over by Satanists with mind control by demonic means. When this conception was really with the Jackson family. But she been replaced by Horton's original so-called sister because she was a screaming mess by his Bubba in Monaca, Pennsylvania. When his dad dropped the original one on her head just before they moved to Avon Lake, Ohio. It's crazy. Now Horton's dad, he thinks David Rodriguez is a Elvis Presley doppelganger. And he's really Elvis Presley too. He is an obsessed Elvis fan with a pompadour his whole life. And this is when Kenny in cross country on the Avon Lake varsity team in a club with some favorites of Horton's gym team. Some favorites of Horton's gym teacher and a mafioso. plotting on him with his Uncle Gary Horton. Keeps on coming over, staying in a loft above the gym class, peeking through the tiles. These girls, and she want to be in a band called Odd Girl Out, was Eddie the Chad. And she can't ever make any kind of recording contract, trying to go to Nashville with Jennison, who another identical Susan Atkinson clone that been spread around the United States. When, yeah, they say Hort molested her, he a prime mover. And his Uncle Hauser, Dave Hauser, he is all over it. Some corny Amish guy. George Bush want to think he's something with that, exploiting them to screw up the whole FBI and CIA when they're all together in a plot. When his gym teacher, Mr. Hoflick, with these girl favorites, and he just can't shut up about Horton. David Rodriguez subverting the suburbs with gang infiltration. This is so crazy to be.
Right, that's my gag. Right.
Right.
Right, because David Bowie's been coming around scouting me, right?
Right. Y'all pushing some awesome crack. But these all in my leg, they be so hypocritical. Cause they all some people with skinny puppy freaks. But it's a secret with their high priestess Karen Burton, like it's masturbation or something. This wicked high priestess Karen Burton in my leg. She's Brian Warner's aunt, who became a teenage mother because she's such a hussy. Let me tell you, she is the epitome of all sociopathic sluts. Excuse me, it's Phil Villafane, not Dave Villafane. And that's Trent Reznor's homie. And he's Brian Warner's doppelganger agent too. Always be working with an ashes spot on his eyeball while he's short order cooking, talking about seeing trees on a back wall or get confused. Alicia Shepard know what I'm talking about. Or don't know, she's a call girl while she's waitressing, and their manager is my doppelganger agent. Leecher's someday gonna get married, she's gonna be called Lisa Ho. She wanna be too high evolved, cause she get laid all the time. My boy, my high school buddy, he pimping her out. Right under Horton's nose. But she's getting laid all the time by devils in persona at orgies. Where the devil started liking it, she started pooping all over him. She's doing it constantly all the time. They're always at Jody Gabriel's apartment. That's another waitress. My girl Jody Gabriel, who is Peter Gabriel's niece or something. Even though she's a native-born citizen of the United States in Lorain, Ohio. But she's Anna Gabriel's cousin. That's Peter Gabriel's daughter, who lives hiding in the basement in a Velvet Underground in New York. She's Horton's Aunt Mary Ann's doppelganger agent. She's always dirty and filthy. Trying to always push dirty porno sex. He don't want to have nothing to do with it. That's doppelganger agent of his Aunt Mary Ann Jacobowski. Married to another organized criminal that's Thomas Stupid Pollock. Oh, I just remembered. Horton's Aunt Mary Ann Jacobowski isn't really his mom's sister, it's his mom's half-sister. And she's half-sister with Madonna. Because her dad, Papa Saccone, is trying to get control. Knocked up Horton's grandma. Trying to get control on the family and the mafioso to say Horton is in the mafia family, but it doesn't work on a divination assignment. And that was just stupid. But then, this is the only way the untalented Madonna ever got her recording contract in a pact with the devil. But then he had a big old move to Detroit while her mom was pregnant with her. And Sir Robert Horton, he knows all about this. He knows about all this stuff. Wait, it's so funny. Because nobody even ever liked Madonna. But see them pushed on MTV. Wait, it's so funny. And you used to be able to tell the Marianne Jacobowski and Madonna Sagona are half sisters too, because they both had to get the same nose job. But that's totally different from her sister and her brother. That's Horton's mom and his Uncle Eddie. Nobody was caring. Crazy. Everybody's in a pact with the devil to sacrifice Horton to the devil.